it's Nina. Thanks so much for joining me today. Today I am here with Neat and Tangled, and I'm going to be sharing with you a background stamping technique using one of our newest stamps, Scandinavian Prints. This is a new stamp set for our March release, and I absolutely love the fun doodled look of this stamp set. And I'm going to be using this to show you how you can use the images in this set to create some really fun backgrounds. So here I've got the stamp set, and I've got some Simon Says Stamp Intense Black Dye ink and also some Hero Arts Soft Granite Shadow ink. I'm stamping all of my images all over around this background. I'm going to be starting along this side, and I'm going to work out from here. I'm alternating between the different images, trying to mix and match them and create a fun design. I'm alternating the colors and also playing around with some of the stamps to try to create some really interesting flowers. So I'm going to keep working on building up my background here. This is a really simple process, and it's very easy to go ahead and create custom backgrounds using these kinds of stamps. I'm using gray and black here because this is also a monochromatic stamping technique that I'm showing. And you could use other colors if you like, but I do like the classy look of the black and white and gray color combination. And really makes it perfect for all sorts of different types of cards and really dresses up the whimsical doodly feel of these flowers. Alright, so I just finished up the stamping, and now I'm going to go ahead and turn this into two cards. I want to be able to create two cards out of this because this helps be able to make cards more quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this panel. This is an A2 size panel, so it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. I'm going to cut it diagonally across the card, and then I'm going to go ahead and run this through my Big Shot machine. Now I wanted to add some stitching details to the edge of this paper, but you could leave it as is and keep it very simple and plain. But I like the look of stitching because I think it really finishes off the card. Now, of course, this panel is bigger than our die, so what I'm going to do is once I have that die cut, I'm going to pull off the die, and then I'm going to go ahead and line it back up and lock it into place. Once you line this up with the lines that you already created, you feel it lock into place, and it really snaps into the stitching lines that you had previously done, and then we can go ahead and finish off the rest of the stitching lines. I did that to both, and now I'm putting some double-sided adhesive on the back side of these papers, and I'm going to be attaching them down onto some craft foam. Now I'm using the craft foam to give my panels some dimension. You could attach them down onto the card flat, but I wanted to be able to give a little bit of dimension to this card. So I'm going to go ahead and take my craft foam and use this to create some dimension on my panels. So once I've got those adhered down, I'm going to trim them out with some scissors. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some adhesive on the back side of that foam tape and attach it down onto my A2 size card. For my sentiment, I'm using one of the sentiments that's included in the Scandinavian Prints stamp set. I'm going to be stamping this in Versamark ink, and I'm going to heat emboss this with white embossing powder. I'll go ahead and stamp this onto some black cardstock. I'll line this up along my grid mat so I get it nice and straight, and then I'll go ahead and stamp that down. Sorry about my head. I was trying to see over top of the stamp. So again, I'm going to heat emboss this with some white embossing powder. I did this with both sentiments on these cards. The cards each have different sentiments on them, and I just went ahead and did the same process for each. So I'm going to go ahead and trim down these cardstock strips into banners. I cut a fishtail end along one end of this strip. It's just by cutting a slit up the center and meeting it along each side. And then I'll go ahead and trim this down to the length that I want. I'm just making sure I get the lining up right. And then I'll go ahead and trim that off. I attached a vellum banner the same way, and I'm going to go ahead and put my black banner on top with some foam tape. Once I had that done, I'm going to go ahead and take some silver bow wire, and I'm going to tie a nice little bow along the top, and I added a few sequins from Lucy's Little Things around the sentiment area to really add a little bit of pop of color and sparkle and shine. So that's going to do it for me. I hope you've enjoyed. Be sure to stop over at my blog where you can get more information on this card, including the products used. We also have all the other Neat and Tangled designers showcasing this stamp set over on their blogs as well, so be sure to head over to the Neat and Tangled blog to get more information on their cards. And if you enjoyed this video, here's another video you might enjoy featuring Neat and Tangled products. Thanks so much for stopping by. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can connect with me on social media at Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube. So again, thanks for stopping by, and I will see you again in the next video.